channel? I don't quite know, because like realistically I have like a lot of content that's filmed and I'm not necessarily certain like, you know, what's coming out first, the order that's coming in. So by the time you see this, maybe I'm already posted some other stuff. By the time you see this, maybe I haven't posted other stuff. I don't know. All I know is I'm just making content. Today I thought it'd be fitting for me to talk about you know, goals and starting fresh. I know that when the new year's about to start and when it has started, everybody's talking about, you know, resolutions and I want to do this and vision boards and everything, and that's all great and whatever, don't get me wrong, but like at a certain point, some people, and I'm one of those people most of the time, we just don't feel like that conversation is for us. Like we don't feel like that conversation includes us. Do you get what I'm saying? And I mean, sometimes you genuinely just don't know what you want. Sometimes it feels very daunting to plan ahead for a whole year. That's like 365 days, baby. Like, what are you? So I just want to talk about how you don't have to have everything figured out. I know that's how it seems on Twitter because everybody else and their mama has things figured out, but you genuinely don't have to have it figured out. You can have one goal, and when I say one goal, I literally mean you can have one goal and be like, that's the goal that I want to achieve, and then that's that. You don't have to have elaborate goals and everything. Not to say that if you can plan, listen, props to you if you can plan and make goals for a whole year and you know, feel like, yeah, okay, I can do this and actually do it. Props to you, but not everybody can. And I'm talking to people who can't. It could literally just be, I want to do better. So if you got 65, I want to do better. You understand that 66 is still doing better, right? Your goals don't have to be big and elaborate to matter. I think that's the other thing. You can just say, I want to achieve better, and you got 65 and you get 68, you still achieve better. You like, you get what I'm saying? You still reached your goal. And also, with that being said, if you are gonna have big goals, please be realistic. If you had a 65, I'm not trying to down you or like whatever, but like, don't set yourself up for failure and be like, I want to get a 90. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't do that to yourself. Like, one, you don't deserve that, because you're gonna, if you fail, I'm not saying you're definitely gonna fail, but if you fail, because I feel like there's a high chance you're gonna fail, if you do fail, you're gonna feel like shit, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? No, I'm not. Two, you're gonna put yourself under so much pressure, and then you're gonna have one goal. And that, like, do you understand? I'm saying it's okay to have one goal for the whole year, but the problem with having one goal, especially if it's a big goal, is if you don't achieve that one goal, you feel like a failure because you had one goal and you failed at that one goal. And the problem with failure is sometimes you can't even see that I may have failed. So if your goal was 65 to 90, if your goal was 65 to 90 but you ended at an 80, you're not even going to be able to sit at the fact that you have an 80 because you didn't make it to 90. What I suggest, if you have like goals that need other goals, like, you know, like I was saying, to build up goals on goals and goals, rather adjust your goals monthly or weekly. Like I was telling you about my goals with my friend that are 3 months. Like 3 months is such a short time, but it's so much time. And we were talking about how, well, these particular goals, we are achieving so much more than the actual goal. So like, even if I don't meet my goal, I've built up my skills, because these are like skills related goals. And I was telling her, like, I genuinely, I'll be hurt and disappointed and feel like a failure just a little bit if I don't achieve the actual full goal. But in achieving those goals, I've built up my skill level. I've, you know, like, I don't want to tell you guys my goals because that's personal, but like, let's just say that there are creative goals where I'm actually putting in the work and becoming a better creative. So even if I don't achieve the end goal, I've achieved more skills, I've gained more skills, I've gotten better. Don't feel bad, your goals can be adjusted. And I'm saying this especially to people who are trying to do things that are very specific, like losing weight. If you want to lose weight in this new year, and I don't know, I'm not an expert on weight loss, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but like this example that I'm making an example in saying that if your goal is to say from Jan to June, I want to have lost 10 kilograms or 15, right? by May, or not even May, by April, you've only, let's say you want to lose 10 kilograms by June. That's like more or less, a little less than 2 kilograms a month. All right. And now, if you find yourself like March and you're like, I've only lost 1 kilogram, it's okay to say, you know what, instead of making my deadline June, I'll make my deadline August or July. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm like, weight loss is a very touchy thing. I don't want to talk about it because people are weird about that. People are very weird about weight and weight loss and weight gain and whatever. But like, the point that I'm really just trying to make is, if you have planned your goal 6 months, 3 months, 4 months, 2 months, 2 weeks, but halfway through or quarter of the way through or a third of the way through you realize, I'm not going to reach this goal in that particular time, it's okay to extend the goal. It's okay to completely scrap the goal if something in your brain changes and you're like, I actually don't care about achieving this. It is also okay to just change the goal in itself. Like I don't know, if you said that you wanted to lose weight, because I've been making this example, if you say you want to lose weight but then halfway through you realize, actually I don't want to lose weight, you can just be like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. It's okay. Like, people tend to make goals and then they want to be so rigid. You have to enjoy reaching your goals and the process. You're not always gonna like it. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're not always gonna like it. Sometimes when you have to achieve a goal and you have to put in the work, you're gonna be like, ooh, what the fuck do I have to do this? But eventually, baby, you have to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to do it. You don't have a choice. You have to get it done. But at some point or another, you have to enjoy it. And that goal shouldn't be killing you, because I think that's the other thing. We end up killing ourselves just to fucking achieve a goal, and that is not the move. That is not I'm so against that. I'm so against it. Like, yes, you want to achieve a thing, but sometimes when it's killing you, and I don't mean killing you softly, I mean when it's fucking murder, like killing you, baby, it's done. Cut it. Cut that shit. Like, let it go. But also, and I think very importantly, the year does not begin on the 1st of January. Cindy, what are you saying? That's when the year begins. I know, bitch, but that's really not when it begins. Last year, in 2019, I started my year on the 1st of April, because from Jan up until April, or Jan until like March, I wasn't putting in any work. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't in a good headspace mentally. I just was not there. So my year was shitty, you know. And I was like, if I continue at this momentum, if I continue at this pace, this year we're not gonna go nowhere with this year. And I was right. Do you know what I mean? Because I even remember writing it on my Insta stories. I'll like edit. Oh wait, I'll edit here. Yeah, I'll edit over here. Like what I was saying about that particular it's like why I started my year at that time. And I started my year then, and from then on I was able to pick up and pull myself up by the bootstraps and move on. Because some of us are just too slow to start at the beginning of the year. We don't have that. I don't see myself, even like I don't see myself ever hitting the ground running on Jan 1st or in Jan. For me, Jan is the time where I'm just like, I'm still chilling, maxing out, relaxing. And I think a huge part of that has to do with like the South African culture, because for us, December and Jan is just, well, if you're a student, December and Jan are just relaxation months. I'm not going to talk about the people who got jobs, honey. But like, you know, December, Jan for us is like a very chill time. So I'm not going to hit the ground running. But also when the new school year starts, baby, I don't care. I really don't care. I start to care in like March about life, about the new year and stuff. So, you know, and it's okay. Your year doesn't, you can start afresh. You can start afresh on the 1st of Feb, the 30th of Feb. Wait. You can start afresh whenever you want, okay? Even if you're gonna start afresh on the 1st of June, you can start afresh once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 10 times, 11 times. You can start afresh as many times as you want. I'm telling you now. Okay? Nobody can tell you shit. Nobody can tell you, oh no baby, you can't do 1 or 2 or 3. If you genuinely, honestly, truly feel like, you know what, I need a fresh start afresh. But the other thing about starting afresh is you have to hold yourself accountable. Like I was saying, when I restarted my life in April, I had to look back on the last couple of months, and I was like, how did I fuck up these last couple of months? And I was like, I fucked them up, gaje. And therefore, I'm not going to do that moving forward. So as much as you're going to start and stop your year and whatever as much as you want, hold yourself accountable. Nobody else is going to do it. And if you don't hold yourself accountable, you're going to just keep repeating those mistakes. That's very important to note. Your goals are valid. Like, I think I've already mentioned something along these lines, but really, like, literally, your goals are very valid. I know we live in a time that's very, like, everything's fast, everything's big, everything's extravagant, like, no one's goal is too small, no one's goal is too big. And I hate that thing where people, for some people, and I see that because for some people, staying alive, literally staying alive, because depression, anxiety, and all the other mental illnesses, sometimes it seems like a small thing, but it's a huge ass thing. Staying alive, it's a huge thing. Baby, your goals are valid, no matter how big, no matter how small, no matter how many times you have to pick yourself up and start again. Your goals are always valid. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if that anybody is your mama. You tell her that your goals are still valid. Do you hear me? I really hope that this video helps somebody some other way, because I know sometimes you just need the affirmation, like that maybe the way you've been thinking is okay, that maybe the way you've been feeling is okay, and that maybe the way you are planning to move, or the way you've been moving throughout the year or the last couple of weeks, so like, I really hope that you enjoy. I really hope that you learned something. If you have anything else that you want to add or say, then just go into the comments down below. Look like I'm doing a pouncing cats. Anyway, if you sound off in the comments, tell me what you think. Tell me what, if you want, you can tell me your goals. I'm never going to tell anybody my goals, but if you want, you can put them down there, maybe to hold yourself accountable. I don't know, baby, but babu, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and to share this video. What am I doing?